Hey guys, how's it going? So I want to talk about the mindset and the expiration day this Friday, which is tomorrow. But if you're watching this in the future, I basically just want to go over like my mindset around expiration day. How do I close my positions? How do I roll them? Because this is a very common question that I get asked. Is like, Henry, how do you close these positions? How do you manage them as they go into expiration? So I have a lot expiring, and the reason for that is because for example, like May 19, it's the third Friday of the month, and that's actually traditionally when options expire. So they're expiring third Friday of every single month. So, like in June, it would be the third Friday. In September, the third Friday. That is the traditional expiration. Now, I don't know the reason for that, but I do like to trade the traditional Friday rather than weekly options. So, I really like weekly options, they're fantastic. But as you scale your portfolio, it's not as important to trade as frequently. It's just important to make consistent profits. And that could be weekly or that could be monthly. And I do prefer monthly, especially if you are a busy professional. If you don't have all the time in the world, trading monthly options, there's nothing wrong with that. So I always say to people, for example, they ask me what's better, weekly or monthly. So for example, you can make 1,000, $20 per week. You'll see why it's the weird math. 1,020 per week or $4,000 a month. Yes, you make an extra $20 per week, so you can make $4,080 per month or 4,000 per month, doing a lot less work. So I prefer to sort of do a lot less work, especially as a lot of my clients are doctors, lawyers, chiropractors, dentists, business owners, or just busy 9 to 5 professionals, right? Accountants, engineers, stuff like that. So I like to do a lot of monthly options. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So this is actually a really important expiration date. And as you'll see in my portfolio, I have American Airlines. And when a option that I own, which is up a lot, like 93%, right? So this option right here, since it is up 93%, yes, I can close it, but I will not close it since there is no real point of closing it. I mean, for example, I can close it right now and have that capital available. Yes, that is true. But if I can just wait, like what, 48 hours, and let's just see how much left. So you can see there's $5 left. So $5 does not seem like a lot, but it's that if I actually like do the math, $5, I'm tying up 5 contracts here. So the 5 contracts that I have, you can see here, times the $13 is so it's $1,300 times 5, that's 5,000 plus 1,500, so that's $6,500. $5 as a percentage of 6,500 is like literally nothing. It's not even 0.1%. It's not 1%. It's not even 0.1. It's not there. But closing it costs you money, and this is essentially a guaranteed return. So yes, this is about 0.008% of return. I'm just doing this math in my head. You guys should use a calculator right now, but you probably see that I'm not too far off of 0.008 if I take $5 divided by 6,500. But that is basically free money and it's going to expire in the next 48 hours. So positions like this I'm going to leave open, and especially positions like this is only up 81%. So in the next 48 hours, it's essentially going to be from 81% to 100%. So all of these options, I'm just going to leave them alone. So American Airlines, Apple, Airbnb, Adobe Iron Condor actually had I don't want to say a lot of problems, but this was down a fair amount of money about 5 to 7 days ago, right? About 5 trading days, so about a week ago. This was down maybe like $400, but I stayed patient. Okay, this is the mindset that you guys have to understand. You need to stay patient with options. This is not something that you should be doing super actively. You're not at a casino, right? You're not actively managing something using all of your precious time, okay? What you should be doing is working and then managing your positions smartly. What that looks like for me is I check my portfolio 2 to 3 times a day. However, I'm not checking it for super extended long periods of time. I'll just kind of glance at it and see what's going on just because, maybe I'll use the restroom or something. But the goal is you don't want to look and obsess over your portfolio. If you guys are new, well, that's cool. I'm glad that I'm part of your journey. Obviously, subscribe, like this video. I love it when you do that. But you don't want to be obsessed. I get it in the beginning, it's a very obsessive thing. So when I started trading in college, like I was in my class and I couldn't even focus on class because I was like looking at the movement of my portfolio. And back then I was trading a lot of biotech companies, which by the way is a mistake. you guys that are trading pharma, biotech, um, any of these companies that you don't fully understand, right? That have FDA approvals, that have lots of drug stuff, chemicals, biotechnology. This stuff is really complex. And when I was working on Wall Street with the 9 analysts, basically 8 of them just had a bachelor's degree, but the healthcare analyst had a PhD. So that basically tells you that you want to be very careful when you're trading healthcare companies, okay? But anyways, the point is, don't obsess. You can see right here that I actually have a BABA covered call, and if the market was open, this is something that I would be trading. It's 1 a.m. because I'm traveling, in Europe. But when the market opens up, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna roll this position higher. By the way, if you want to see a roll video, leave me a comment below because when you guys comment, I know exactly what to make next. And I really appreciate that feedback. Likes, comments, and subscribing is like what you can do for me. Like, that's all I really ask. Like, you don't have to join my Discord community. Yes, I trade and you can see everything there, and it's like a nice luxury if you can afford to invest in your education, but you don't have to. I absolutely love doing this. Even if I didn't get paid, I would still be like an option trading coach. So, um, yeah. So, anyways, we have Coinbase. Costco. Yeah, so as you guys can see, I'm doing the same stocks. I'm doing the same tickers like over and over. I'm not really like recreating the wheel, guys. So if you look at even Elon Musk, he created Tesla, and it's not a car that hovers or anything, right? It's just a four-wheel car. He just saw what other people were doing, and then he innovated on top of that. So I think that you can have a watch list and just keep following the same stocks and just basically trading the names that you understand. Because if you understand it better, kind of like making it like your girlfriend, like it's a relationship that you have with these stocks, then you really understand them better. You're like, honey, how you feeling today? You kind of know how she's feeling based on the look on her face, right? With your significant other spouse, right? You can tell how someone's feeling, right? So the same thing is kind of with these stocks. So as they move, you're like, Coinbase is up a lot, and this is, it's kind of iffy. Why is it up so much? You look at the news, you're like, yeah, I don't know about this. I think I want to do call credit spreads. I think that this is an expensive stock, and boom, there you have it. Just my emotion and my intuition is helping me make a lot of money. And if I actually count like the amount of wins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one loss. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 out of 10 wins. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's 18 out of 19 wins. Then I have a loss. So that's 18 out of 20 wins. So again, 90%. I mean, it's very consistent across the board. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very consistent across the board. And then some of my wins are really, really big. So I just made a video recently about margin trading, which no one really understands, and I won't be making any more margin trading videos because you guys didn't watch it. But the whole point is I am using margin to sell put options. So this is a huge win for me. SPY over $5,000. So even when I see a loss, I try to minimize my losses by not really incurring too many. So if you do your due diligence correctly, you're using technical fundamental analysis, which I do teach on this channel. I teach a lot more in specific detail in Discord because it's a little bit more nuanced. And a lot of people on YouTube have a shorter attention span. So I try to be as brief and to the point as possible because A, I want to respect your time, and B, like the attention span is just lower and that hurts the algorithm. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that the most important thing that you can really do, if I were to sum it up, is you want to manage your positions correctly. You want to understand your risk reward, okay? And then number three is ideally, if you can, touch your portfolio less and just let these options expire on their Friday, okay?